laugh too hard.
Stormbringer, you're no stranger to him, Jumpin' Josh.
No, the Bad Seeds and I have been on the better end of each other for almost a year. Not to this point, but in the past. Let me tell you, these guys are talented athletes as much as they are loudmouth. I can't think of a good word to say on commentary for them, Bulldog. I think we'd get pulled off TV.
Yeah, we might. Have a hard time convincing the censorship board to let some stuff fly.
Exactly. Well, you know, Stormbringer, I thought I had the better of him in the finals of the 2020 Summer Sizzler, but it was just one of those things. He caught me off guard, and unfortunately, that's how he took home that Summer Sizzler trophy.
Yeah, it happens.
Dewey Robson.
This is going to be a really fun match. This is going to be a good one to kick things off.
Now let me tell you something about Dewey Robson. He is as talented as the big smile he has every time he charges to the ring. This man, Dewey Robson, has one of the brightest futures, not only both in PPW but in professional wrestling. This guy is so talented. He does exactly what he needs to do to get W's in matches. And the future, it just looks bright out. It's just so bright for Dewey Robson.
He's got a fantastic attitude for the sport of professional wrestling. Everybody seems to like the kid except the Bad Seeds. Now, you and Dewey Robson were having a very good contest last week on PowerSlamTV. And you betcha, Stormbringer. Nobody will touch it, brother. You got a trophy. You and Dewey Robson were having one heck of a contest when you got preempted.
Yeah, well, one of our brand new PPW trainees, Tryler Knox, he has decided he wants to pick a fight with Dewey Robson, and you know, we were having a fantastic contest. Things were starting to heat up, and right as soon as things were starting to heat up, Tryler Knox decided to jump in a match he had no business jumping into.
Exactly, out of nowhere. It was all orchestrated by Vinny Valentine. Oh, wait a minute, look at this. Dewey Robson going for an early roll-up and getting a 2 count. Dewey Robson playing mind games with Richie Blackmore, what's left of Richie Blackmore. Remember, it was Dewey Robson that actually murdered Richie Blackmore, broke him right in half.
Well, for lack of a better term, oh my goodness, the body slam and the power of Dewey Robson slamming the Stormbringer right over top.
He just picked up 285 pounds that didn't want to be picked up. That was impressive.
The strength you learn that is from the cornfields of Tabor, where Dewey Robson is from. You can't get strength like that from the gym. You need to be out on the farm. You need to be hauling around hay, moving around animals. Dewey Robson looks like an uncaged animal in that ring with a huge clothesline and
he is really fast. He reminds me of Jumpin' Josh when he first started. People didn't know how to counter because he's so quick.
He's certainly quick as a whip, that's for sure, Bulldog.
And he loves these fans. They love him. And now
Dewey called for one more.
He'd be happy to give Stormbringer 10 more, I'm sure of that. Off the post. Nice drop kick.
Fantastic leg lariat maneuver there from Dewey Robson.
Dewey Robson's just a house of fire right now.
Been on the better end of a few of those and had to check my teeth, make sure I had all my chiclets in there. Oh.
It's a very unusual sensation when you get somebody's boots in your face for the very first time, I'll tell you that.
Hey, come on, that's just unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, that's not a very nice way to treat your opponent, to say the least. But, I mean, Stormbringer, he's got a bag full of tricks, and he's not afraid to open up that bag and let any of them out at any time, which is, you were alluding to earlier, how frustrating it is dealing with these two, because it's always 2-on-1. But the more frustrating part for me is they don't need to do that. They don't need to cheat to win.
Well, you can see that pinning combination there from Stormbringer. Oh, what's he got here?
Wait a minute. Oh. Right in the throat with that foreign object. Stormbringer's...
Referee didn't see it.
Stormbringer's using it looked like some kind of metal
metal bar.
I can't believe he'd actually resort to that. He's already got Cowboy Bryn Watts on the outside to even up the odds for him. And now he's got a... What was that? He just threw it out. He He just threw it out of the ring.
We mentioned earlier that these two athletes here, they don't need one another to have success in professional wrestling. But as you can see, by that pinning, oh my goodness.
What?
Vicious fall.
Right,
Vicious fall
yeah.
from Dewey.
The thing is, when you don't let each other lose, you stop each other from growing.
Well,
And they cheat to win, they're only going to grow so much.
Well, you see these two athletes. Stormbringer is such an impressive, just massive humanity. And every time he pins you in that ring, it's just pure suffocation. You can't see the lights, you can't see anything, you can't breathe. You try and kick out the best you can, and then you have Cowboy running interference on the outside. But it doesn't look like he needed it after that. And here he goes right now.
It's always an uphill battle, you know?
A guillotine choke through the rope there. Come on.
And you don't even, Dewey Robson doesn't get the opportunity that the Stormbringer has right now to catch his breath and catch his senses. The strategy works flawlessly. But I guarantee you, if Jim Dandy gets a little, if you push Jim Dandy, he will throw a Cowboy out of this.
You just saw it right there, folks. Stormbringer called Cowboy to the apron there so he could give him a shot below the belt.
Look at the shock on Stormbringer's face. He cannot believe the man who murdered Richie Blackmore just kicked out of that pinning attempt.
Well, that's just the heart and soul of Dewey Robson there. The never say die attitude. Oh.
He won't, even if you kill him. Something tells me he would raise from the dead and refuse to die again.
You see Stormbringer just punched our top turnbuckle there.
He came up short.
A couple of huge arm drags from Dewey Robson.
One after the other. Dewey fighting an uphill battle, but he's doing quite well for
Dewey
himself.
Robson on the attack now. Stormbringer in the corner. Just Dewey controlling the arm.
It's funny when fatigue sets in.
Oh, a big boot right between the eyes of Dewey Robson. And here's Stormbringer.
All over Dewey. Watch this. Nice.
Oh, another big boot.
Goodness, that's a big Hulk Hogan boot. That's what that reminds me of. And now, he
Let
missed
me
with
tell
the
you
leg drop.
something, brother. Dewey Robson just moved out of the way of that huge leg drop. Are we going to see Dewey start to take control of this match here?
Dewey Robson got out of the way before the Stormbringer ran wild all over him, and now he's setting up for a famous race.
Oh, he missed a dewdrop. And the big slam maneuver from the Stormbringer.
Back and forth, high impact. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, he got him. He got him.
Good attitude. He lined himself up with that cheating pig Vinnie Valentine. I don't know why. For sure, Vinnie Valentine's a great way to success here in PPW, but it can only last for so long. Tryler Knox has everything it takes except for Vinnie Valentine.
Well, the problem with the decision that Tryler Knox made and his managers is that Vinnie Valentine is not out for Tryler Knox. Vinnie Valentine is out for Vinnie Valentine. He will use Tryler Knox until Tryler Knox has no idea what his principles are, or even if he has them. And when he's got no future, Vinnie Valentine will spit him out, and he'll have to make his own way in this machine we call pro wrestling.
Well, here comes Travis the Heat Copeland, certainly one of the most talented wrestlers on the PPW roster.
That's
Travis
how he no, sorry, Josh, didn't mean to cut you off.
It's all good.
You're right, he's one of the most talented. That's how he became the number one contender for the heavyweight title.
Well, we started off this crazy 2020 year with Travis the Heat Copeland winning our Power Rumble, of course, winning his opportunity for a PPW Heavyweight Championship match. Who knows when that will be? Hopefully next upcoming future for Travis Copeland.
But you know, THC is not the only guy vying for Sydney Steele's heavyweight championship, as both men have a collar elbow tie up in the middle of the ring. And we've got the big sexy beast, Bradley Graham, staking his claim. THC goes for another.
Just a quick roll up there by Travis. Tryler Knox Decides to make a run for it. A quick word of motivation from his manager, Vinny Valentine.
Outside to regroup, as they say. More like take an opportunity for a sneak attack from behind.
Travis was rallying the people.
That's
Tyler Knox decided to jump on opportunity.
That's what you get from the Valentine Empire, the Empire of One.
Well, you see, opportunity knocks, and Tyler certainly opened the door. Oh, a big cross body
by Travis. Copeland gets himself a 2 count into a rear chin lock.
Huge cross body there from Travis.
Tyler Knox giving away a ton of experience in this match.
Well, let me tell you something. Wrestling Travis Copeland, you need to be aware of how quick he can move and how quick he can jump, how high he can fly.
You also have to have a keen awareness of about 1,000 different maneuvers he can come at you with.
Yeah, exactly. He's been around the business for so long, you know, he's got so much experience to him. He's such a talented wrestler.
And he's amazing heart. The guy is like a lot of people in PPW where he just refuses to give up. That's why we have so many good contests, is you get 2 guys in there who refuse to quit, and they're both very talented.
TH gets shot off the ropes and eats a huge tackle from Tyler Knox. Here's a big hip toss from THC.
Showing Tyler Knox. Welcome to the Valentine Empire, Tyler Knox.
Huge drop kick from Travis the Heat. Copeland looking to end it early. 1-2, a kick out.
That's what your immediate future has for you, Tyler Knox, is more drop kicks and elbows than you really want to stomach.
Here's the other thing about THC, the louder the people get, the harder he fights. Look at this big Falcon Arrow
Love that maneuver.
From Travis the Heat. Copeland, 1-2. A big kick out at 2.5.
He did not have a lot on that kick out either. He barely got his shoulder up. Rolling towards Vinny Valentine, hopefully to get some advice, but Valentine having a rare, quiet moment.
Well, let me tell you something. Bulldog Mike Tyson said best, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. In this case, Tyler Knox just ate a huge drop kick from THC.
Yeah, he had a plan in Vinny Valentine, but he's in there by himself. What are you going to do when Tyler
here's a big
takes
body
to the
slam.
air and hits you with a drop kick? Or hits you with a splash, or hits you with a leg drop?
Travis, a kick out at 2 from Knox.
I tell you what, though, Knox is showing me something. He's got a little tenacity. I mean, THC has been on him like stank on him.
Well, like I said before, Tyler Knox has everything it takes. But you see, he's just still new into this business. He doesn't know when to say no to the right people, or yes to the right people. In this case, he said yes to Vinny Valentine, which is definitely the wrong person to line yourself up with.
And you know what? The best teacher is experience. It's just unfortunate that Tyler Knox is going to have a bad experience to learn this lesson.
Oh, the drop kick of Tyler. Tyler hits him with a big drop kick of his own.
Did you hear the impact all the way over here? The boot met flesh.
Tyler Knox.
Going for a standing
Signaling
side
for a big
suplex.
suplex. My goodness. A great suplex.
That extremely noisy voice you're hearing, folks, is the Valentine Empire of One.
Well, let me tell you something about Tyler Knox. He's so good at those suplexes. He can throw you from left, right, center, up, down, anywhere and everywhere. He's got such a clean suplex to him. He can hit you from anywhere. Look at this. And a big tornado DDT off the second rope.
I like that maneuver.
Drops Travis the Heat Copeland right on his head. Cover here, 1, 2. Kick out.
Dandy with a 2
Travis.
count. Vinny Valentine complaining to Jim Dandy.
You see Travis still won't go down. He still won't die. He's rallying the people even though he took that huge tornado DDT from Tyler Knox.
That was an impressive maneuver. I'm not sure Tyler Knox got 100% on it, but that was an impressive maneuver.
He's going for that big exploder suplex into the corner, but Travis with a small package. 2.
He got him!
And
He
that's
got
the
him!
experience we talk about, folks. Travis the Heat Copeland just rolled up Tyler Knox for the victory.
That's what your future holds, Tyler Knox. If you don't do the hard work, if you take the shortcut, if you choose Vinny Valentine, who, if brains were gasoline, he couldn't drive a go-kart 2 laps around a Cheerio. You side with him, you take a shortcut, that's what your future holds for you.
Copeland's signaling for a microphone here. He's got some choice words. Maybe for Vinny Valentine and Tyler Knox.
Well, he did his talking in the ring. Let's see what he's going to follow it up with.
Yeah. Hey guys, got a little something on my head, something on my chest here. I just got it out. Okay? To the back, baby. Sydney Steele, the real deal, Mr. Flex the Clock, Maritime Muscle, Pure Power Heavyweight Champion. I know you haven't forgotten, but over 5 months ago, I won the Pure Power Rumble, which made me #1 contender for the Pure Power Heavyweight Championship. Over the last 5 months here, I feel Sydney has been avoiding me. I was put in the first round of the Summer Sizzler tournament against him. That would have been my first opportunity one-on-one with Mr. Steele. But, obviously, with my knee I couldn't compete. Secondly, I didn't even know I was in the tournament here. So it's getting me to think a little bit that Mr. Steele has a little bit of pull with PPW management. So, I understand the Big Sexy Beast and Sydney Steele will be wrestling for the Heavyweight Championship coming up here right away. Doesn't matter who wins that match. I've been waiting 5 months for my shot at the gold. I'm gonna make it worth it. You guys are gonna see it. Thank you very much.
Summertime is here. And that means fun in the sun, outdoor adventure, and heat. So much heat. Pure Power Wrestling presents Heatwave, live, Saturday, August 29th, from the Pure Power Academy.
Most open challenge, excluding, of course, Travis the Heat Copeland. The big man looks to reclaim his gold.
This guy's terrifying. When you peel back the fun-loving layer and you just look at the raw athlete, this guy is absolutely terrifying. When he comes off that rope with this finishing maneuver, I can almost, it's hard for me to watch.
Well, here's hoping he had some spiritual guidance from a former primate that ran the heavyweight division here and Pure Power Wrestling. He hopes to, well, again, Rich, pardon me, I'm just so excited for this heavyweight title match. He really wants to reclaim that heavyweight title.
Right down here, your once and
The real deal, Sydney Steele, and with him as always, just a dangerous of an X factor as the bad seeds are for each other. Just as dangerous an X factor as you can get on the outside. The beautiful Angelica, and as beautiful as she is, don't trust that smile.
Well, you know, they're both dangerous in a one-on-one match. You get the outside interference, of course, from Angelica. You get the strength, the power of Sydney Steele. Bradley Graham definitely has to watch his back in this match.
I don't think Sydney Steele's going to outpower the Big Sexy Beast. I don't think that's possible. I don't think you could outpower the Big Sexy Beast if you had a big farm tractor with a power takeoff. I don't think you can do it. This man is unbelievable. I mean, look at the size of the legs on Bradley Graham. Sydney Steele approaching from a very, very low angle, really wisely.
Collar and elbow tie-up.
But look at the power.
Bradley Graham pushing Steele into a corner, but here's Sydney Steele pushing back.
Sydney Steele is actually,
Oh, he's got him in that headlock.
elects for a standing side headlock instead of continuing that contest of power.
Sydney
Watch
Steele
this.
likes to advertise that stiffest headlock in the business. but he just got shot off the ropes and ate one of the stiffest tackles in the business from Bradley Graham.
You are not going to win a tackle against that man. He's a former football player at a very high level, and he's built this. He's the size of a log cabin. You may as well run into a house and try and knock it over. You really don't get a true appreciation of the size of Bradley Graham until you see him.
Hurricane Sydney Steele is going to try and demolish the big sexy beast built like a house.
Rear waist lock.
Go
This
behind
is
hold by Sydney Steele.
usually this is a precursor to a takedown. I don't know what Steele thinks he's doing because you have to get your opponent off their feet from that waist lock position, like this.
Oh, he squished him like a bug.
Bradley Graham says, "I'll show you how to do this
That brings
takedown."
him up one more time. Do a big headlock of his own.
Transitions to a headlock and not this.
no,
Don't
not
this
the-
is.
Not the stinky fingers.
Oh, come on. He's got to kiss the most beautiful woman in wrestling tonight. How can you do that to the poor man?
Well, you gotta brush your teeth a few times after that. Certainly, the stinky fingers maneuver of Bradley Graham.
And I've heard.
Oh, and Steele capitalizing on
I've
the
heard-
facial features of Bradley.
I've heard tell
to
that if
his
Bradley
eyes.
Graham doesn't like you, he won't shower for 2 weeks before he wrestles just to get those
Oh.
fingers good and stinky. And it must have really set something off. And Sydney Steele, there he goes, yeah. The stinky fingers is what it took to set the fire in Steele. Watch this.
Oh, off the ropes.
Wow,
Pardon me.
low drop kick. This is a bit of a quicker pace for Sydney Steele.
Yeah.
Usually he likes to slow things down, but he's the quicker man in this contest.
Call it 1.92. A kick out from Bradley Graham. With a big sexy beast on display.
Oh, you don't think he can do? Watch this. If he does
Going
this,
for, he's going for a big suplex.
no, you may as well try
Sydney
suplexing
Steele.
a cruise ship. Give me a break. You're not
Brad
gonna watch
pushes him
this.
back. Oh, a suplex of his own.
Wow.
Launching our heavyweight champion across the ring.
Sydney Steele trying to get a little bit of help from his missus, but she's not gonna. Oh, wait a minute.
He's on
Wait a
the
minute.
eyes again. He's on the chest hair.
On the
He's
chest
on
hair.
the
Are you
chest
kidding
hair
me?
of Bradley Graham. Oh, and he sends him into the top rope.
I can't believe that. I don't know if that's addressing the rule book, but it should be.
Oh, a big
Big
stomp.
kicks.
Sydney Steele quickly losing patience with the big sexy beast.
Series of heavy kicks right in his solar plexus. I guess if you can stop him from breathing, that's the best strategy.
A big back elbow there from Sydney Steele.
Watch this. Irish. Oh no! I thought he was going to go for an Irish whip.
Control
Instead,
of
he's
the
going
big
to.
man.
Oh, he is.
But he's got to hold that top rope, the
No.
iron grip of the big sexy beast. He's holding on to that top rope for dear life. Oh, and Steele giving him some shots.
Hammering
Oh.
away, making the big sexy beast regret holding on to that rope.
Oh, the big elbow into the gut. Oh,
That's the thing. When you're the
big
size of Bradley
forearm.
Graham, it just takes
The
one.
big elbow, you see it moved the ring with the impact of the big sexy beast. Bradley
Wham!
sends him into the corner. Oh, he went for that splash, but
Sydney
Steele
Steele
moved.
managing to get out of the way. Bradley Graham ate that turnbuckle pad.
Bradley Graham, oh, he felt the love of the top turnbuckle and ate a big drop kick there from Sydney Steele. A count of 2 and a kick out by Bradley Graham.
This is a very interesting matchup.
Not often you see these two athletes with such strength square off here in PPW, but tonight we have the awesome opportunity to see them. These two behemoths of the heavyweight division. on
Very
display.
true heavyweights. True heavyweights. Wait a minute.
Sydney Steele
What
calling
is she-
Angelica to the apron. And Sydney Steele,
And
he
what
took
has he
off
got?
the wrist tape. He took off that wrist tape and he's choking Bradley Graham with it. Referee
Look
Jim
at
Denny
this,
has
come
no
on.
idea. Calling for Angelica to leave off the bottom rope. And Sydney Steele quickly destroying the evidence and throwing it out of the
It
ring.
would be nice to see a one-on-one contest out of Sydney Steele, but I don't know that we're ever going to. His tag partner is always right there at ringside to help him out when things look bleak.
And
Oh, Sydney Steele's trying again for that suplex.
1, 2.
No.
giving him some shots.
Try and soften him up a bit
Softening
more.
him up.
Maybe he can get him
Some
over. Oh
pepper-
my
Oh!
goodness! I can't
He
believe
just
it!
suplexed
He did it!
369 pounds of Bradley Graham across the ring.
Sydney Steele hollering, I'm the strongest man in the
Covering it,
world.
1, 2, and a kick out by Bradley Graham. Head official Jim Dandy with a count of 2.
I'll say it, Sydney Steele, I am impressed. That was a massive human being to suplex.
Sydney Steele.
See if he's got
assessing the
any
damage.
See if he's got any gas left in the tank. I mean, that took a serious effort. He's not going to do it again.
Second time's the charm, let me tell you. Taking a suplex from Sydney Steele is so quick, so painful. It gives you that same whiplash and that impact when you hit that mat.
Especially when you weigh 369 pounds. I mean, that hurts.
Oh, he got him by the hair. Oh, a big jawbreaker. A big jawbreaker from Bradley Graham.
Pulling that one out of
Rallying.
nowhere.
Oh,
my
he
goodness.
clotheslined him. What a clothesline. He sent the 2 front teeth of Sydney Steele into the 3rd row. He's going for Sydney Steele. Smartening up after 2 of those huge clotheslines, attacks the knee of Bradley Graham.
That was the smartest thing Sydney Steele could have done, but I don't know how he thought of it in that situation because he was getting pounded pillar to post, so to speak, and he pulled that drop kick out of nowhere.
Well, hold on now. Is Sydney Steele calling? What's Sydney Steele calling for? He went for a flying crossbody,
no.
but Bradley Graham caught him.
No, you didn't. Bradley Graham.
He planted him right in the corner.
He's
Bradley
calling for
Graham
the finish.
Looking for that big, sexy
If
bomb.
he nails this, it
But
will be done.
Angelica grabbing the ankles of Bradley Graham. Steele to his feet. Oh, and he hits Bradley Graham. Oh, you can't
Not an
tell me he's
electric
gonna
chair.
be doing this.
Not an electric chair.
An
no.
electric chair.
Oh, he dropped him face first.
Dropped him right on the face of the big, sexy beast.
Jumping, Josh, you got to go to pharmacy for me. I need something, and I don't know what it is. But if I don't get it, I'm not going to survive the night. This is too much for my blood pressure to handle.
Well, both of these men just getting the absolute best of each other here in the heavyweight division. Bradley Graham trying to rally back to his feet.
Sydney
after that
Steele has
huge
not had
maneuver.
to work this hard for a long time. This is, I mean, to topple the big sexy beast. And he hasn't done it yet. I mean,
There's
my
another huge
goodness!
clothesline
I
from
think-
Bradley. Oh, he's like running into a semi-truck.
can you hear the impact? Watch this!
Oh, and a big body slam from the big sexy beast. When he clotheslines you like that, it's like getting hit by an 18-wheeler. Let me tell you.
It'll knock as many parts off you as... Oh! Sydney Steele had that scouted.
Oh! Kicked him right in the mouth.
Didn't need a lot of flexibility for that kick.
3.
Oh, he got him.
A knockout blow from Sydney Steele.
That was impressive.
Sydney Steele may have won this fight, but did Bradley Graham win the war as he really got the best of Sydney Steele? Sydney Steele was in a place he hasn't been in a very long time. He was on the ropes. He managed to get that quick reversal from the big...